Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come one, come all. Thank you so much for being here tonight. So on behalf of the Holy Trinity that is present here right now, I would like to say thank you. And we also welcome the coming back of our prodigal daughter here, Ate Sarah. She will be joining us from this day on. For now, because she is bounded to some kind of tonight. She was bounded. But now we welcome our newly newly arrival brother. Earlier he was a departed brother from the youth. Now he is the arrival brother. The newly arrival brother, Brother Chen. Woo! Welcome, 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 welcome. So what struck me so much with the song first was the line, "Every heartbreak makes it hard to keep the faith. But baby, I just need one good one so to stay." And I think the gospel for tomorrow speaks so much about that good one so to stay. So the people were telling themselves, when they heard what's the patotoo ni Jesus, they were telling to themselves, ay, patotoo. Testimony. Tama ba? The testimony of Jesus about himself. No, this teaching is hard. Who can accept this? This teaching is hard. Who can accept this? So this Sunday's gospel, I have already given this to the youth already. Because unfortunately, they don't have teacher. So since I'm the one giving in the YP, I integrated the preaching to the youth. So this is Ate Sarah's second time hearing this one. The first time. Okay. Wow. Grabe the humility talaga. So this is my second time, her first time hearing it. So I try to integrate it with the youth. So forgive me if this will not penetrate the reality. Pasensya. But we will try our best. So this Sunday's gospel talks about the reaction of the followers of Jesus when they were presented with a teaching that is too hard to understand. And for us to keep track of what is happening on today's gospel, this conversation, I know you know, but let's try to recap. This conversation happened the day after the feeding of the 5,000. The feeding of the multitudes. And we know the story. We know the story of the feeding of the 5,000. There's only 5 breads, 2 loaves. Jesus took it. He gave thanks for it. Tapos, it multiplied. Tapos, it multiplied where everyone didn't just eat, but had enough, and was satisfied. And di lang yun, they even had 12 baskets of leftovers. So these followers of Jesus, who were so amazed with the miracle that they have witnessed, they were so convinced. They were so convinced that this person is a prophet who is to come into the world. And because of this, because of what they have witnessed, they wanted to take him by force to make him a king. But Jesus fled to the hills by himself. Umalis siya. Perhaps the reason is, maybe because we know Jesus, he likes to pray. Maybe the first reason is to pray. And then second, I think is, maybe to mourn. Kasi diba, the day before the feeding of the multitude is when he also heard the execution of John the Baptist. And then the following night of that day, was the walking on water. The walking on water. So these people who stayed by the lake of Tiberias in Galilee, were the same people who received the feeding of the 5,000, realized that there's only one boat that that time. And that the disciples are the only one who took the boat to cross the lake. They know that Jesus is not with them. No? Alam nila na hindi sumabay sa kanila si Jesus. So, nung may nagland na mga bangka, nung umagang yon, dun sa may Lake of Tiberias, they boarded that boat to look for Jesus in Capernaum. Kumbaga sinundan nila. And when they found him, they asked him, Lord, why are you here? Or when did you arrive? No? Sila pa'y nagtanong, no, kay Jesus, when did you arrive? And Jesus answered, truly I say to you, you were looking for me not because you have saw the signs, but because you ate the bread and were satisfied. Kumbaga sa Pinoy, no, sasabihin mo sa kaibigan mo, hindi mo ko hinahanap kasi naniniwala ka sa akin. Ito, hinahanap mo ko kasi pinakain kita. Ngayon gusto mo ng part 2. Parang ganun yung dating. Then Jesus went on about how He is the bread, no? The bread that came down from heaven, and that whoever eats His flesh, drinks His blood, will live forever, which we have heard, no, 2 Sundays ago. No? Ito yung gospel last 2 Sundays. So they had a mixed reaction regarding it. Some, no, they murmured, they gossiped, no, about how they knew Jesus because they knew who His parents are. No? Then some of them were so enraged or so angry with what they have heard that they decided na it's too hard to understand, let's just leave. No? They had a mixed reaction. And so much of this story reflects of our own following of Jesus, no? Our own story of following of Jesus. Because of what they have witnessed, these followers of Jesus came looking for Him because they wanted to make Him their king. Pero I was asking also Jesus in my prayer, isn't this the reason why the Messiah was coming? No? Di ba ito yung pinakadahilan talaga kung bakit pumunta yung Messiah? Pero bakit na nung ginagawa ka na nilang hari, when they were trying to make their king, what you did is you went into hiding. I was a bit confused. Sabi ko, ito naman yung gusto mo eh. Pero, it is because na their reason is very obvious on why He wants them to make Him their king. They were looking for Him or following Him not because they want Him, but because they want something out of Him. So, they were looking for Him, hindi dahil gusto nilang makita si Jesus, pero dahil may gusto silang makuha kay Jesus. So, they even came to a point where they were requesting Jesus, no? They were asking Him, what miracle will you perform so that we may see it and believe in you? Kumbaga, pinakain ka na kagabi, gusto mo ulitin pa, no, para talagang maniwala ka. So makapal talaga yung mukha nitong mga followers na to. Talagang sobrang kapal ng mukha nila. Nakakain ka na, nakita mo na yung miracle. You already have saw the miracle. You already ate the miracle. And then you follow Him. Then you still ask for a sign. No, tapos, you still ask for food. Parang, ganun yung dating. And, so much of our motivation in following of Jesus began and perhaps continued because of what we have received and hoping we can continually receive from Him. No? And that's the hard truth. No? That's the hard truth. For instance, ako, I started with the community when I was very young. No? Parang teenager, ganun. And yung reason why I joined the School of the Word, the Rosary of the Word is because after every session, there will be snacks. No? So that's my main reason. I do not know what the Rosary is and I don't care. No? I just want to have the snacks. No? And maybe the same is true for our kids apostolate, di ba, perhaps, no? maybe some of their motivation is the same. No? Because our juices now are much tastier than before. Diba? Before, Kuya Iwaw, Brother Steve, they don't serve us good food. Very tasteless juice. No? Tasteless juice. Bakery. Father Big pala. Si Father Big. Not Kuya Iwaw. Colored water, that's what we call it. Colored water. Oo. Not flavored, only colorful. No? And maybe this is the motivations of the kids as well. And maybe, mas nasa-strengthen siya. Perhaps kasi they're receiving shoes, no, in the Balik Eskwela. They're also receiving groceries in the Christmas parties. For the youth, the retreats, no, the getaways, no. Different motivations and intentions. No. With the YP, I don't know. No. Maybe because of the Asian father, no, treating us every now and then. We don't know. No. We all begin somewhere, no. And some of us, or some of you stay, perhaps you had a beautiful encounter in a retreat, no, in a recollection, no. And some of us perseveres because we believe, no, that if we follow God, we can ask Him of anything. If only I behave, no, I can ask anything to God, and He will give it to me. But I would like to ask you all na, what will happen if all of this will be taken away? Or if all of this will be stripped away from us? No? There's no retreat, there's no recollection, there's no encounter, there's no Asian father treating us. No? The question is, will you still stay? Will you still stay? Yes. Very good, very good. So the people, no, follow Jesus in hope of receiving again the bread that they were miraculously fed the other day. And in the same way, we follow Jesus mostly because of what we have asked from Him and received from before. And we keep on looking for Him in hope na we can continuously receive again. And Jesus Himself knows it. He knows our intention. He sees the purity of our intentions. Because He replied to them, "You were looking for me not because you have seen the signs, but because you ate and was satisfied." So parang in a sense, Jesus was telling us, you are looking for me not because of me, but because of what you can get out of me. So for this moment, let's try to silently, let's try to examine our intentions. What is the reason that you are still here? And why are you following Jesus? Ano ba yung reason why you follow Jesus? Because Jesus doesn't want people who follows Him simply for what He can do or receive from Him. But don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. Jesus does want to give you something. He wants to give you something, but what He wants to give you is something that is far better than what you are asking Him right now. That's why sabi nga ni Jesus, di ba? Do not work for food that spoils. Instead, work for the food that lasts for eternal life. Jesus wants to give Himself. If there's something that Jesus wants to give to us, ito yung sarili niya. His totality. And meaning na He desires to have a relationship with us. And as for us, as for a disciple, as for a missionary disciple, for some of us here, the big question is, will you stay for the only reason that is Jesus? Magsistay ka ba kung ang tanging rason na lang ay si Jesus? And to be in a relationship with Jesus is to follow Him, not because you understand that He can give you everything, but because you understand that He is everything. Not because He can give you everything, but because you understand na He is everything. That's why He said, no, my flesh is true food, my blood is a true drink. Those who eat my flesh and drinks my blood lives in me and I in him. And ano ba yung ibig sabihin? No? What does it mean to eat Jesus' flesh? So ano ba yung flesh? What is flesh? What is a flesh? No, yung flesh is a person's inner being. No, yung flesh is someone's internal organ, yung muscles, yung nervous system, everything. No, lahat ng nasa loob ng tao. It is everything and anything that is within somebody's body. Therefore, to eat the flesh of Jesus is not to just participate in the Mass. No, it's not just to participate in the Mass. It is important. But to eat the flesh is to be in a deeper and intimate understanding and relationship with Him. To the point that you are becoming more and more like Him. To the point that you are becoming more and more like Him. So, to be in a relationship with Jesus is to be like Jesus. No? To think, to act, to speak, and most importantly, to love like Him. And this is the truth. No? This is the truth that He wanted for them to understand. But when Jesus revealed to them who He really is, from within, they took His teaching as something that is hard to understand. And so they left. Sabi nga sa gospel, di ba? As a result, many of His disciples returned to their former way of life, and no longer accompanied Him. So they left Him not just because it's hard to understand, but also because it's hard to be. It's hard to be. To follow someone, they say, is to leave something behind. Diba? To follow a career means to leave so many possible opportunities possible for you. Like for example, kay Ate Leg, diba? When she was praying for a word, no? That time you were discerning for VA, diba? Or campus ministry. But when she chooses the campus ministry, it means she needs to let go of the desire to enter the call of the VA, the psychology of VA. And virtual assistant. They joke lang yung calling. So to follow also, for example, to follow a strict diet, this is something that I know. To follow a strict diet means you have to, di ba, tatawa ka atin. To follow a strict diet means to live an unhealthy habit. No? Unhealthy lifestyle, junk food, sweets, no? Cadbury, goodbye, di ba? The same with the vocation, di ba? For example, Chen. To choose a vocation, may it be merit or religious life, it means that you need to leave something behind. No, you have to leave, I don't know, 20 girlfriends that you have, or your family. Of course, that's the most painful part. You need to leave your family behind. So to follow Jesus is to leave something behind. And in this teaching, the gospel is telling us, no, that the follow Jesus, the first thing that you should leave behind is yourself. So kung meron mang isang bagay na pinakauna mong iiwan, yung sarili mo. To follow Jesus means to die from yourself. To continuously die from yourself so He can manifest in and through you. So He can manifest in and through you. And this is the hardest truth of them all. No? Because most of the time, there's this desire in us, no, to follow Jesus. No, yes, we want to follow the Lord. Pero oftentimes, no, there is also this desire in us to still be of our old life or to integrate whatever the life we had in our following of Jesus. No? Lord, I want to follow you. I want to follow you, Lord. But forgiving, parang di ata for me. Not for me. Lord, I want to follow you. But preaching, no. Can't be. I want to follow you, Lord, pero to obey, no? To pledge my obedience, no? Cannot be. It's hard. No? So, hindi pwedeng ganon. No? This can't be. Because to follow Jesus is, truth be told, to follow Him to the maximum. No? To follow Him to the full or not at all. No? To follow Him to the maximum or not at all. Kanina Ate Sarah were discussing to me, no? We were outside, she was giving some insights to me, sabi niya. No, because Jesus was, what was that? Was respecting whatever choice we have. He respects the freedom, our choice, no? Yes, I believe. No? Pero, as Saint Therese was telling us, no, we can always do better. Yes, there is a level of holiness reserved for us. But there is always this space, no, to go beyond, no, which is what I would like to call the maximum. No? We can always go beyond, no, beyond of what is the reserved holiness for us. And we have to make a choice. That's what the gospel is telling us. We have to make a choice. To follow Him or not to follow at all. There is no gray area. There is no meeting halfway. We have to make a choice. We have to make a choice. And these followers, no, these same followers who received the feeding of the multitudes, no, it's good for them. I would say it's good for them because they know that these teachings of Jesus is not something that they can understand. They made a choice of going back to their old way of living or their old life. I wouldn't say na it's the right choice or it's the best choice, but at least they made a choice. At least they made a choice. So how about us? Have we made a choice? And I say good for them. No, those followers, good for them. Why? Because they made the choice. They made a concrete way of showing their choice. No? By living and sticking to it. No? Hindi ko maintindihan, aalis ako, goodbye. And they made the choice. So props for them for being authentic with their choices. But what about us who made the decision to stay? How about us? Are we being authentic with our responses of choosing to stay? Are we being authentic with our choices? So, what do I mean? What do I mean by that? No, most of us, including me, we are so proud to proclaim na we made a choice, every time. And I always say na I chose Jesus, kasi I'm a missionary disciple. I attend all the schedules ng Verbum Day. I'm in the School of Apostles. I'm in the Rosary of the Word. I'm in the School of the Word. I am preaching in YP. I am handling the youth. I am facilitating the kids. I am helping the adults sometimes. It's very good to brag about it. But is it really the truth about me? Am I really showing the proof of my choice? No? So, Jesus is asking us the same question that He asked His disciples. Would you also like to live? Would you also like to live? Would you also like to live in a sense na, now that you know how this works, ngayong alam mo na yung kalakaran ko, He is telling us, Marge, ngayong alam mo na yung kalakaran dito, will you stay? Uwi na daw siya. Will you stay? Because there will be moments, there will be moments that you will not understand how I work in your life. No? There will be times that it will seems like I work against you. And there will be unanswered prayer. There will be times where you have to painfully wait for you to get what you are asking for. So would you also like to give? Or will you stay? But Peter, no? Our friend Peter here answered, Lord, to whom would we go? You have the words that give eternal life. No, when I was praying in this Peter's answer, no, at first, I thought that this is like, I have no choice, Lord, type of answer. No, na kaya his answer was, to whom do I go, Lord? I don't have choice. You can do anything. I can. So I will just join you. Parang at first akala ko it's like na I don't have a choice kind of answer. But then I realized na Peter's answer is a reply with conviction. No na, but it is a kind of conviction that says, to where should I go, Lord? No, to where should I go, Lord? Because if I leave you, I will forever look for you. I will forever look for fulfillment in all the wrong places. Saan ba ako pupunta, Lord? Eh kung iiwan kita, habang buhay rin naman kita nga hanapin. Because the truth is, what I am looking for is already in front of me. What I am looking for is already in front of me. So, how about you? Would you also like to live? Again, you have to make a choice. And these so-called followers, no, they made a choice, and they showed that they made a choice, no, by showing us na they left. No, because they can't understand. And for the disciples who made the choice to stay, walang nabanggit sa kanila, walang nabanggit sa gospel kung ano yung ginawa nila to prove that they really stayed. No, walang sinabi kung anong ginawa. Yung mga hindi maintindihan, those who cannot understand, they showed the proof of their decision by leaving. How about the disciples? How did they show their proof of staying? And we can see it in the second reading. No? Because God is telling us what is our response be if we make the decision to stay. No? So more than our following of Christ, it talks about our responses towards our relationship also. And how would you know that the person is convinced, no, tulad ng sabi at the latter part, that Jesus is the Holy One of God? Sabi sa second reading, He is in communion with others. So those who made the radical choice to stay, they are in communion with others. Kasi our faith is not something that only for ours to benefit. Kaya nga sabi dun sa second reading, di ba? Submit to one another. O subordinate na yung word, sabi nasa ni ate kanina. Tama ba? Submit to one another. Though the second reading is speaking of marital union, it has a wisdom that can be applied in a general sense. Kasi dun sa latter part ng second reading, sabi ni Paul, this is a great mystery, but I speak in reference of Christ and the church. I speak in the reference of Christ and the church. So our following of Christ isn't so we can become a good, perfect, or holy person in front of God. But our following of Christ was so that people can become good, perfect, and holy people because of our help. And ito yung palagi kong sinasabi sa mga tao, especially with the youth and teens. Because sometimes they have the tendency na, I only need to pray. I only need to be contemplative. Otherwise, God will hate me. So otherwise, people will think that I'm not taking my faith seriously. So I need to be contemplative. Ganito. Praying the rosary every day, praying 3 hours. Pero, your prayer life, or whatever devotional it is that you are doing, is nonsense if you are not one with the people. So your prayer life is nonsense if you are not one with the people. Because life of contemplative prayer, the life of contemplative prayer should always have the fruit that makes our hearts on fire to go where the people are. Whatever it is, whenever we spend time on prayer, 3 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, 30 minutes, if it doesn't give you a fire in your ass, sorry for the word, a fire in your ass to go where there is greater need, kung nasa yung mga tao, then it's nonsense. It's nonsense. It should make us a person ever willing to submit to the needs of others. And to love others with the same love that we give ourselves. And how do we know that this person is really showing his proof of following God? Sinabi dun sa second reading, it is for the same reason that the son leaves their parents, something like that. Because one of the proof of following is you hurt someone. Like, for example, for those who are pursuing a religious life, of really following Jesus, you're going to hurt your girlfriend or your parents, right, Chen? Kasi you made the choice of following Jesus to the maximum. And if you really are following Jesus, I was telling this sa mga youth and teens, if you really, it's hard to say na I am following God or I am a disciple of God. It's hard talaga. It takes so much responsibility. Kasi to the point na, are you willing to allow your work life na mabawasan? Are you willing na yung studies mo mabawasan so that you can follow Jesus? You can grow in following Jesus. So that's also one of the proof na we are following Jesus to the maximum. And so in our moment of prayer, I would also like to leave you with just one question. And I think the most important question here in the gospel this Sunday, will you also live? With all the many reasons na you encounter in your following of Jesus, may it be a communitarian conflict, may it be conflict with your work, will you still stay or will you leave? So we can have 15 or 20 minutes of silent prayer and try to answer with all of our heart the question of Jesus, will you also leave?